It's time to head down south, and I mean Brazil and the Caribbean. So one of the most popular rhythms from Brazil, of course, is called the samba. We touched on this earlier, but let's look at the finer points now and try to make it a little more musical than we did in our warm-up exercise. So the basic samba rhythm has two kind of feel elements. It really, it has more than that ultimately. But for our purposes right now, if you're just getting into this, just starting off, I don't want to overload you. So here's the two basic elements would be the surdo part, the bass drum part, which would be playing a 1, a 2, 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 a 1, a 2. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. A 1, a 2, a 1, a 2. So that's happening. And in some instances, it would also just be a 2, a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, where you could have a muted note on 1 and an open note on 2. A 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2. But for right now, let's just play ba-bunt, 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 ba-bunt. Okay, so we've got that happening on the bottom. Above that, we're going to emulate the sound and rhythm of the caixa, which is a snare drum, and also the ganza, which is the shaker. And that would be up on top, bubbling away like this. Okay, so we're going to combine those. We're just going to alternate back and forth, and that'll give the sort of impression or effect that they're happening together. Okay, so here's what that would sound like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's break that down. Let's slow it down. And here it is at 80 beats a minute. Okay, now if you want to speed that up, because samba is usually done at a kind of more brisk tempo, then you can start to vary the tones, you can start to vary the accents of the tones. So here's a little example of what that might sound like. Alright, so that's a little example of what you could do with that fairly simple rhythm. But then the technique is all about this micro timing and getting that feel of the Brazilian music. So with that in mind, we're going to slow it back down and go with another really popular Brazilian rhythm called the bossa nova or bossa.